look for some mushrooms. I doubt we'll find any, but I'm sure we'll find some ramps. Morels have been out for about a week now. You guys have been finding them. A lot up in Ohio and down the river gorge. They're hitting pretty hard. So after the rain, we'll see. There's no guarantees. That's why it's called foraging, not finding.
Justin's being gracious enough to teach me some of his master foraging skills here, and I'm hoping to find some goodies today to take into this Savor the Season event, and wrote a kind of ambitious menu for tomorrow. So whatever goodies we can find. I have some ramp patches that I found, and he just, we're going over the sustainable way to forage them and leave the roots intact, so next year we'll be able to make ramp pesto again.
Yeah. So we're on a friend of mine's farm, Josh Kennewig, down by the Licking River. We've got a nice ridge line that runs down towards the river, so we'll hit the top of this ridge and then we'll kind of drop down into some of the bottoms. It's getting kind of floody down there, but we had a nice rain, so we should be able to find a ton of ramps. Also going to try to see if we can't scare up any morels. I did see that a friend of mine just got some oyster mushrooms, so keep your eyes out for anything extremely yellow fluorescent looking on the base of a tree. The morels, or the light ones, are really hard to find with a lot of this leaf litter, so you kind of really got to look close. We're out here just trying to get some local goodies for the Gorman Farm event, and wish us luck. Basically try to dig down until you start seeing the crown of the plant where it meets the ground, and then when it starts to bulb out and you can see the little bulbettes down there at the bottom, I like to take my spade and just kind of chop that and slice straight through it, and try to leave part of the root crown into the ground, and supposedly these will regrow. If you find a patch, take 10%, which 10% of a patch like this is very little, but sustainably harvesting them, leaving that root in the ground and letting them regrow, I don't see any issue with taking 40–50%. And it takes obviously a little more time to do it this way, but at least we're guaranteed that when we come back next year, we'll have ramps. And then even if you don't go real deep and get a part of that bulb, you still got these beautiful, nice green leaves that can make a nice ramp puree, pesto, nice little ramp oil. And then when I'm done, I always like to kind of make it look back natural again, put the leaf litter back down, because these guys will set seed here shortly, and you want to make sure that there's some nice litter and some nice organic matter. Found some real nice adult ramps here, and as I started to uncover them, I started to notice, and I do not like to harvest when they're in this stage. These guys are starting to throw out their flowers, and these flowers will turn into seed pods, so I'll just cover these guys back up and let them do their thing. You can see there's another one there. Yep, there's a few immature ones in there, but we'll just leave that little patch alone. These are pheasant tails. You can see they mainly grow, well, I think exclusively grow on dead wood, bark and non-bark trees, and these are pretty old ones. These are extremely fibrous mushrooms when they get older, and the closer to the tree that they are. But the great thing with these mushrooms is you can take and basically cut the outside of the gills off where these are still nice and tender, and you can tell when you're cutting them when they start getting hard. You know, like that little guy underneath will be nice and tender. But you want to just rinse these well, wash them, clean them real good, and then anything that's not real tender, I'll take and dehydrate, and it makes amazing mushroom stock.
Okay.
Amazing mushroom stock. The gill pattern, these have already started to drop spores because you see how they're really opened up.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you get closer up to the edge, they haven't started to drop spores. So, so now you're assured that there are spores on this log.
Okay.
Found some poke up along the edge. Poke is extremely delicious. It's an old Appalachian staple in the springtime. Most of the time it's boiled twice. There is poke salad. You can cook it like regular greens, collard greens. Obviously you can see we scored a bunch of ramps and a ton of pheasant tails. But this is great. I mean, you get out and you get to enjoy these beautiful woods and pastures, and it's something amazing that you can bring your kids out here and teach them how to forage sustainably to where it then hopefully their next generation, they can pass this thing on to them, and their children can come out and forage for these delicious wild edibles.